there. I'm Catherine Gaho from SBO Research. Thank you for tuning into my channel, Elevators, where we offer elevating and empowering messages to help you grow in life, career, and business. In this video, I will talk about how businesses use targeting and positioning strategy. And I will provide you with some real examples. Do like this video and stay with me. And do subscribe to my channel if you are new here. Target marketing, the T in STP. This step involves selecting one, two, or more of the segments that you have identified so that you can target it and focus on it. So think about it. You've already segmented the market. You've found that there are like 3, 4, 5 groups that you could serve. Do not go to serve all of them. You say, which segment fits me best, fits my business best. You select the segment to serve. It can be 1, they can be 2, or even more. So you select the segments you want to concentrate on based on the awareness of the different needs and the recognition that you cannot be able to serve all segments effectively. Unless, of course, you have unlimited resources and competitive capabilities, which is quite difficult. Now, 3 main strategies for targeting a market are: first, mass marketing, which is undifferentiated marketing. And this means that you're serving the whole market. I don't know, is that even possible? Unless, of course, you have unlimited resources and competitive capabilities. So the second segment, which is more realistic, is the segmented approach, where you use the segmentation information and you select a segment. This is called differentiated marketing, where you select 1 segment or 2 segments or 3, and then you serve them specifically based on their needs. The third option is to do niche marketing, where you concentrate on a small or narrow market niche, but which is highly profitable, and you focus on them. You concentrate your resources and work to build strong market presence, strong market share, and probably market leadership in that niche. So the niching strategy has grown in popularity in recent years because of the many differences and competition and the growth of competition in many markets. Now, the decision you make here depends on your strengths. Different businesses have different strengths, and the idea is to assess your business strengths and capabilities, and then you consider the segments that reflect a good match for you. You select what works for your business in terms of your resources and other capabilities, and you leave the rest to your competitors. Start with the low-hanging fruits. And as we talk of low-hanging fruits, you can see my low-hanging fruits that I have grown over time. You know, you can see my hobby of farming, my part-time hobby is working. Now, start with the low-hanging fruits, where there is a perfect match in your business trends with the needs of the market segments. I'm a believer in starting with the low-hanging fruits because it means you are optimizing your strengths. And because you know things keep changing so quickly, if you don't pull your low-hanging fruit, they will be picked by someone else before you can organize yourself. So it always makes sense to start from the less complex to the more complex as you move into a market. Now, the third step is positioning, what we call market positioning. In this step, you decide on positioning of your product or service. How are you going to position yourself? How are you going to position your product or service? Market positioning is based on consumer perception of your offering. It relates to how customers place your offering in their minds, how they see it. Rather, what place does your product occupy in the mind of the consumer relative to competition? So it's basically a competitive positioning that you're looking at. And what you do is you need to build the positioning and influence the customer's perception to come around. So positioning is a perception, not necessarily a reality. But you have also heard that in marketing, we say that perception is reality. Basically because when a customer believes something, it's what they use to determine how they behave around that thing. So their beliefs and attitudes influence their action. So their perception influences what action they take. So it's like perception then can even be seen as a reality in marketing, because only the perception you have in your mind determines how you behave around something. So you need to develop a value proposition, and it should be based on customer perceived value. Do some research or talk to customers in order to find out where they are and how they perceive your product and the kind of positioning that will work for you. You can also develop a perceptual map. That is to map out positioning options. If you map existing products that are competing in the same segment that you want to serve, you'll be able to see where gaps exist and where you can add value. A perception map can be seen in terms of quality. For example, if in quality you say basic or high quality. It can be seen in terms of price, where you can say it's either low or high price. It can be seen in terms of need type, where you might say it's either a necessity or a luxury. Or even in terms of technology, you can look at whether it's low tech or high tech. Or convenience, where you can say it's high convenience or low convenience, and that kind of thing. Now, a marketing positioning map helps you map the products based on their attributes that matter. A market positioning map helps map the products based on attributes that matter to consumers. Your role as a marketer will be to ensure that you're providing superior value to customers. This will give you competitive advantage and help you get more sales and ultimately profitability. Now, find a value proposition that matches your target group. The idea here is to present your offering in such a way that it's perceived by the market that you have selected as a superior to available alternatives. You want to be rated as better at satisfying that market's needs, or at least certain needs, or better than other competitor offerings, at least in one area or another. There are many ways to win in this battle. And one of the best books that I can recommend on positioning is a book titled Positioning, A Battle for Your Mind by Jack Trout and Al Ries. I found it very interesting in the discussion about this whole concept of positioning and how it's a battle for the mind, how it's the mind of the customer that you want to win in your market positioning. Thank you for staying with me. Do like this video and share it with other people who you think might benefit from it. They may be marketing students, business people who are trying to get some opportunities in the market, who are wondering why they are not cracking the market, and that kind of thing. And if you have not subscribed yet, do subscribe now and press the subscriber bell. Thank you so much and best wishes. We all need to elevate our mindsets at this time.